Hospitals are banning spouses, partners, and any other guests from being inside delivery, boo, and postpartum rooms because of the coronavirus crisis. More than 300,000 people have signed a petition against that precaution. If you've ever given birth, you know it's terrifying and exhilarating at the same time, and you'd like to see familiar faces in there. A number of pregnant women are now rethinking their delivery plan as they worry about their safety.
A lot of expectant moms are rethinking their birth plan because of coronavirus. With only one person allowed in the delivery room with them, some are having to decide between
Hello.
Hi, I'm Sophie Dementi.
And I'm Brian Dementi.
And we're going to share a little bit about our birth experience at home.
Yes. And yes, we're married. We have a little bit of an age gap going here.
Subject for a different day. Yeah.
So then on, what was it? Thursday the 2nd, was Sophie woke up about 6:30 and was having some really light contractions. She thought they might have been Braxton Hicks. We weren't sure.
Yeah, I just thought they were Braxton Hicks contractions because I had been experiencing them for 3 months at least, where it just felt, you'd feel that pain. It'd last for maybe a minute or two, and so I didn't think anything of it, and I woke up super early every day, pretty much my whole pregnancy, which was frustrating. But the pain went away, and then it came back again probably about 10 minutes later. And I was like, at that point, I'm like, that's weird. It happened twice. I'm like, that's exciting, but I didn't get my hopes up too high. And then about 10 minutes later, it happened again. And so I was like, sweet, this is 3 times. This means something is happening. And so then I told Brian, and he got really excited.
I just went and downloaded
The app.
to track the contractions to see. Could be it. Are you still having it?
No, it's gone.
It's gone? Let me get the phone so I can set it. Of course, our dog's in the bed. I have an app here we're using. So yeah, it's like 10 minutes. Started 11 minutes, now it's down to 10 and a half to 10. Do a better job at tracking it. Just tell me when you have the next one, okay? Not at all.
I need to take a shower. Is the water still running?
Yeah, I'm gonna go check.
Okay, I don't want it to be too big of a bath before I get in there.
Okay. Tell me, how many contractions do you have?
Okay, I don't know, I said 12,
Like every 10, 12 minutes, but again, they were really light, not much to them. And then we ended up calling our midwife. What time was that? Maybe?
probably around like 9 o'clock. Cause it was, well, maybe around 8 o'clock. We called her finally and just said what was going on, and And I had no grid for any of this, obviously, because he's my first baby. So she said just to let her know if the contractions get more intense and whatnot. And so we called back a little bit later, probably closer to 10 o'clock.
Right. Keep missing the when she starts.
What does that mean?
Well, when you're supposed to go to the hospital,
It's 5.
5, yeah.
So she just wants to know before, she wanted to know before then what's going on.
Yeah.
Gotta stay hydrated, so.
I need normal water.
Here.
Water.
I don't want to drink it out of a straw.
Okay.
I just want to drink out of a normal cup. After my next contraction, I'm gonna get in the shower. Just rinse my body off.
And then, what time did she end up coming out?
About noon.
No, she was later than noon.
No, she was like around noon.
Oh, was she? Okay.
Yeah.
But
So
then we weren't sure if she was in labor still, and neither was our midwife. In fact, I just felt she was thinking she was going to go home and maybe come back the next day or in a couple days.
Well, because I mean, it felt painful, obviously, and they were consistent like every 10 minutes, and then they went down to more like 7-ish minutes apart. But
then we ended up making lunch.
yeah, we had lunch together, and we laughed a lot and hung out. And me, Brian, my mom, and Jade.
Yeah. Then we ended up going for a walk around the golf course here. Of course, it was closed because of the coronavirus.
But we still were able to
Go
get our
on
little walk.
Oh, yeah, that's great. Yeah, thank you.
I was blind, now I see. I was dead, now I failed, but you were my redeemer. I've been blessed to be alone.
Came back and had an examination. And I think that's when it really kicked off, was around then, maybe around 3, was it?
Yeah,
Somewhere
around
up.
3-4 o'clock is when things started taking a turn, and that was like,
Then we knew she was in labor and she was
Yeah.
going to have that baby today.
yeah.
That was cool.
So that was exciting because I was like, all this work, it wasn't like intense compared to what happens later. How do I do this?
You're doing it. You're doing it. Listen to your body, okay?
I know, but it hurts. No, I can't.
You're not trying to move hands and knees. Helps.
I don't feel good. I kind of feel, I don't know. Oh, God. I don't know what to do.
Now just turn that way. Turn that way. You're doing it. Just whatever.
So then, 7 o'clock you went in there. It went quick after that. It was like, wow, is that,
Okay.
are you really pushing now? I mean,
Yeah.
that went very quick.
Yeah, so I was in the birthing pool under 2 hours. which was crazy. And the contractions, when I would get like 3/4 of the way through each contraction, my body would just feel so hot and warm, and I would feel this intense feeling of I'm gonna barf, like at the same time. And it was like, whoa, this sucks. And then I'd, throw up and then wait a couple or however many minutes it was, and then they kept coming back. I mean, obviously it was worth it. And I felt like the way, doing it this way without drugs and the epidural, I felt, based on my research, that it was best for Zion. And, but everybody has a different story. I was low risk. His head was down at every appointment from the very first appointment I went to. And, so I knew that I knew he was going to come down the right way. And that was 100%, guaranteed. Obviously, there could be other complications besides just the alignment of the child, obviously, but
Yeah.
I just feel super nauseous.
Here you go. Put it on your head.
Yeah, just put it, maybe make it longer so it'll stay on and she doesn't have to hold it on, make whatever. Yeah, like the leg.
You don't want it?
place. She doesn't want it, okay.
Our birth plan originally, which isn't, I'm not saying it's a bad way to go or anything like that, but
Was the traditional hospital, OBGYN kind of, we had all that set up, and in the last appointment we went to, which was 6 days before Sophie's due date, they wouldn't let myself or Sophie's mom into the office, so we were kind of taken back by that, and we understood that the coronavirus was going on, and they were just being,
they're just
cautious.
doing normal precautions, which is obviously what you want them to do for the safety of everybody, but it was really hard for me to hear those words. They can't be in the office, they need to leave, I'm sorry, and it's like, what? And so I was like, okay. And so I asked the receptionist, and she's a really sweet girl, but I was just like, so what has changed? Has anything changed with the hospital policy? And she said, yes, you can only have one person now. And I'm like, I'm not doing this without my mom and Brian. Like, I want them both there. I need them both there. And so that was really hard, but when you called, they had told you that that could change.
So at that same time, I was in the car with her mom, and we ended up calling. First, we called the hospital, and they confirmed that, well, we can only have one person, and then that could change any day depending on how many coronavirus cases they have. And so we kind of got worried, and then I'm like, well, let me look up. We talked about a midwife, so I just Googled it. The first one that came up, I called, and it was who we ended up going with. She was great. She was so helpful, and the next day we went. We drove an hour and a half out to Apple Valley. We live in San Jacinto, but it was worth it. So we ended up bringing the pool home, bringing all the kit and everything.
And I personally, I was like actually really excited. And when I was in my appointment, when I called Brian and my mom, I put them on speakerphone, and I was just feeling so emotional, ready to cry before the nurse came in to do whatever we were gonna do. But I just said, I'm thinking we need to look into a home birth. And I just felt like this overwhelming peace about it when I said it. And Brian was like already on it. It was just kind of like we all were like, yep, we're doing this a different way. And it was just cool. And so the next day we went, obviously, like you were saying, and I was excited about the whole a whole change and everything because I had thought about doing it that way for a long time. Like I'd randomly go, I wish I could do it this way, because I was born at home and my mom had 3 of the 4 kids at home.
Yeah.
So I grew up with it being a normal. But later that morning, obviously, I'm realizing, yeah, I'm any day now I can give birth to this little baby boy. And so I called my chiropractor that had been closed because of the coronavirus, and they had opened the day before. And I got in for an adjustment and got my body in alignment, hoping that it would speed things along.
I guess it did, because Zion came the next day. So what next?
From your perspective, what was it like?
It was great, except I was irritating you quite a bit.
Yeah.
Be like, here's your drink. I don't want a straw. I don't want ice. I want ice. I don't want ice. Get rid of the straw. Where's my straw?
Yeah, I know. It was bad.
No, it could have been.
It was
you
the
were good.
typical, you did this to me.
It just went so
thing.
quick. So,
Yeah, at one point I remember later I heard the music came on and it had been quiet and just silent in the house for a while, and I screamed or yelled at Brian. I was like, what kind of music is that? Blah, 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 blah.
It's your playlist.
He was like, this is the playlist you chose for labor.
Yeah. But
Okay.
Oh, ow. Oh, oh.
I don't feel good. Feel good. Is it just too hot? Are you too hot? Maybe she needs to be on that side.
yeah.
So before I got into the birthing pool, throughout all this throwing up, my head hurts, I smell too much peppermint, whatever, I was really afraid to go number 2 in front of everybody. So I was like constantly, like every few, I don't know, 10 minutes or something, I'm like, I need to go to the bathroom to like try to eliminate or whatever, which I don't know why I thought about that so much. I just thought about the embarrassment of it, I guess. Which,
I had the little fishnet ready to go, so I was ready.
yeah. But so anyways, I got into the birthing pool around 7 o'clock, and the water felt nice and warm, and I felt level-headed at this point in my labor, regardless of the nausea and the intense pain and all that. I just was like I felt grounded. And
Did you feel the contractions were less in the water?
I didn't feel like they were necessarily, I mean, they were probably a little bit better. I felt, because
It helped.
yeah, I think it definitely helped, because I was in so much pain in the bed. I got in the water and the contractions were just getting worse, obviously, but to be in the water is obviously better, and it kind of relieves the pressure.
sweetie. Yeah. Okay.
What do I do? You just listen to your body. If it tells you to push, you push. Good job. You can try getting in a better position where you're a little bit more like on your knees and squatting. I feel a little nicer.
Yeah, what's happening?
You're switching to pushing. That's what's happening.
Cool.
You're doing great. See? Sometimes pushing can feel a little bit nicer because then you can kind of get control over the contraction. So just listen to what your body's telling you, okay?
Okay, so, anyways, my midwife, Jade, had been telling me to let your baby come down, Sophie, and then like the next contraction, she'd be like, let your baby come down, you know, let your baby come down. She'd be really soft and sweet, and then eventually it like clicked, and I was like, oh gosh. So then I chose not to like fight it as hard, you know. I'm like, okay, I gotta let him come down, but I mean, of course, it's like so freaking painful. Oh my gosh. But that helped with some of the contractions, because then I was able to go, okay, I'm just gonna breathe through this, and I'm gonna choose peace in this contraction because I want to scream. But then when it got to, then eventually she said, all right, Sophie, now you're getting ready to push. And I'm like, no way, are you serious? We're already there?
And she was
I was not
encouraging her
expecting to transition to that fast, and I was like,
Okay, but she only pushed for 10 minutes, and then
yeah, I pushed for 10 minutes, and I had,
she ended up getting on.
four pushes in that 10-minute.
But then
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Oh no!
You got it.
Oh!
Let baby come down and out, Sophie, okay?
What?
Just let your baby come down and out.
I know.
I'm
trying.
So make low sounds. Bulge out in your bottom, okay? Don't tense up anywhere else in your body.
Ow!
You got it. It's okay.
Oh!
Nice and open. Don't fight it. Don't fight it.
I can't! It hurts! Ow!
In your bottom. It's okay. Yeah, your baby's gonna be coming real soon. You're just gonna feel my hand, give some support, okay? You
Almost
are
there,
so
sweetheart.
close, Sophie.
I can see her head, his
head, yeah.
head. Oh, sweet baby boy.
All right, now he rocked back in just like we talked about how they come out a little bit and rock back, remember?
Yeah.
Just to help your tissues stretch. Take some deep breaths.
You can see here. Okay.
You're almost there, sweetie.
I'm gonna try to take a quick look into him, okay? He sounds so good. He is so happy. He's ready to meet his mama. This one's getting.
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
You got it. You got it.
What's going on?
It's okay. He's just right there. Deep breath. Good job. You're doing it. You're doing it. Good job, honey. You see all that hair? Good job. Good. Deep breath. Deep breath. Now he's going back. Stretching it nicely.
I see his hair.
He's doing so good. Awesome.
It's really hard.
I know.
Almost there.
I
Just
know.
rest, okay? Slow your breathing down.
Doing so good.
You're bringing oxygen to your baby and your tissues.
Deep breath in through your nose. Good job.
You got it. Good job. Good job.
Tell me. Yeah, honey.
You got it. You got it. It's okay. Head is born.
Head is born.
Oh,
His head is born.
oh, it hurts.
His head.
It hurts. It hurts.
It's okay.
I know. It hurts so bad.
He popped his head out of the water, so I'm gonna have to lift up a bit.
Okay.
So I'm gonna put his head back.
Yep, he's out. Yep, here he is. He's about ready to cry, honey. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, Sophie, you did it. Oh my
So
gosh.
good. He's already trying to open his eyes and look around.
Oh my gosh.
Just take some deep breaths, okay? And on your next one, he's gonna come out, just like we talked about, okay? If you could try to lift your bum up a little
Get
bit.
your knees up, honey, for the baby.
Here's that mama.
There he is. That is the cutest face ever.
I think he has your ears.
Oh, he's so pretty. Hey, baby.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Is it coming?
Yeah,
Don't worry.
Don't
Don't worry,
Yeah,
baby.
here.
Here he comes.
Keep
Oh,
pushing, keep
he
pushing.
looks so sweet.
Oh!
Sophie.
So be careful of your umbilical
gosh.
cord.
Careful,
Try to
careful.
lift.
Like that.
There you
Pick him
go.
up, pick him up. Pick him up.
There we go.
What's his
Look
neck?
at him.
Go ahead and hold him.
Just hold.
Just hold him, baby. You got it. Look at that cheesy boy.
It's okay, don't pull it. Don't pull it.
Brunettes.
Don't pull it.
Don't touch anything.
Yeah, don't touch anything on there. Just go ahead and hold him right there.
Oh my god.
We looked at each other and just started laughing.
Oh yeah.
After
I
that.
had the baby in my arms for like, I don't know, 30 seconds, and then I looked at Brian and my mom, and we all just started laughing. So technically there's that moment of relief. You're just like, okay, yeah, I'm still in pain, but like, holy crap, I have the baby here, and now I can laugh for a second. And the aftermath, that's a whole nother subject.
You did it.
You did it.
Oh, he's
So cute.
Oh, that's
Anyways.
So the whole time I was recording on a couple different, we had a video camera. I had my phone doing the fast motion thing, or the time, what is it called?
Time lapse.
The time lapse. And that's what we posted that on, afterwards I posted that on TikTok, which we're new to TikTok. And then all of a sudden it's taken off. I'm like, oh my gosh, there's like thousands of thousands. Now it's up to 450,000 views.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, oh, it's the first TikTok birth.
The first videos he was posting were like of us at the gym, and I'm feeling super ugly and nasty, hadn't showered, all that, and he's like filming me working out, and I'm like, go away, like in the videos, telling him go away, and I'm super mad. Then the next shot is him on the bicycle, like filming over his shoulder, filming me over his shoulder. and then me just getting super angry. But
Well, she wanted me to document, film all the total birth. So
But
I
he
just thought that was a fun way. I never did that before.
But it was, I mean, obviously we're happy that we
So
have
now
that
it's up to like,
footage and all that. But
1 million, 1.5 million total views, which is pretty cool. We've
Yeah.
never seen that before.
yeah,
And we want to, I mean, I'm a chef. Sophie's a singer-songwriter, so it's fun to share.
yeah, it's like, why didn't this happen with my music?
It will, it will.
Yeah, but anyways, we're talking a lot. And
That's
In the light above the clouds, 'cause I know that you're waiting for me now. Back to the days of gold when we were little kids. You were safe and grounded, and you could always win. To the time when the floods came.
Hey, we got a baby. Yeah, we got a little boy here. He's just on his mommy right now. He was born at 8:49 a couple minutes ago.
wow, he's so cute. He has your ears. Look at his ears.
Oh, good.
Did you see?
Yeah. Oh. No, I didn't get in the bathtub. I was just holding her and helping her. This was the way to do it. Listen to her.
well, we just wanted to do this video to to honor our baby, obviously, but also to, share our experience for others that are wanting to do a home birth, and just want to know what it's really like. There's nothing that can fully prepare you until you're in that moment, obviously, and you have your own experience, and everybody's experience is completely different. But if you would like and subscribe to our channel, you will see some fun videos in the near future.
And some of Sophie's music videos. She's an amazing singer, songwriter.
So, yeah, we have so much to look forward to regardless of everything that's going on in the world.
And it's cool just to share, like, when I posted her, one of her videos, or a couple of her videos, I used her music from The Story Never Told, which I think is an amazing video. It's on her YouTube channel. And it's cool because we're like, wow, 500,000 people have heard your song. At least a little snippet of it, but that's cool because I think it's amazing, and it honors her friend who passed away. She wrote it for Maria.
Yeah. So, anyways, but yes, we are the Diumentis. Zion, Sophie, Brian, and Osito. Hey, say hi.
He watches TV too.
Oh, sorry, baby.
Good boy.
All right.
Thanks
Thanks for listening. Bye.